ありがとう。
Hello, phobia. Oh, and my computer is frozen. Hey, web camera, wake up. Oh no, don't look at her. My web camera just like fell asleep. Okay, weird. I hope that's not an issue that I need to be concerned about. It's so Jover. Wrap it up. You're so right. All right, stream's over. All right, bye. Stream's ending. Bye. 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 Listen, you got your streak, so you got your streak, you got your first, you got everything you need. I'm gonna unbox stuff today. Hey, you here? I just have a roll call. You just missed it. Holy stream play, I need to reset. Okay, well. Okay. Free the prisoner. I will. I'll get to that. Oh no. She fell off my mic stand. Hopefully not as bad. Listen, I have the delay set to as small amount as I can. I think it's a limitation with Twitch at that point. She fell off my mic stand. It was in a bad spot. I'm gonna put her back up here. Speaking of Venus, though, I have a new Venus! The Garden Mysteries. It was my end. Calm down. Well. Put her on my desk since she just fell off my mic stand. I'll secure her to it later, I think. I really like having her there. But I was gonna unbox this new Venus that I got. Because I kind of fell in love with that Venus doll, and I was like, actually, this one looks really good. So this is a really funny, I really think Monster High was trying to go for, like, the mystery box market, and it didn't work. It did not work for them, because it says secret, but the doll's right here, she's not, like, a surprise doll. And it's like, oh, you reveal her by pushing up a thing, you could just yank her out, like... You did not piddle? Oh, that's so good. Caden gets a trophy for not peeing on the carpet. But, I was gonna open this, release her, and then I was going to do some doll rooting for my neon Draculaura, because she came with really shitty hair. And obviously, I had an idea for a much nicer hair. Like, color and everything, because this purple was not. She used to just have black. I took photos of it before, I'll show you before when we get to that point. But, I wanna show how absolutely silly this type of packaging is. I should probably use my other hand for this, since this was the hand that got the infusion in it. Okay, let's see here. So you're supposed to, like, find the key and, like, open each compartment to find ASMR doll packaging. Yeah, we don't need this clamshell. Oh no, my web camera! Why is it frozen? Web camera? Hang on. Oh. It's gone. Web camera? Oh. And we're back. Man, I hope my web camera's not busted. That would suck. Let me just actually arm cam. You guys are gonna get to see my Dr. Pepper sweatpants. Perfect new screenshot. Let me just... I'm just gonna grab the whole web camera and bring it real close to me. There we go. Now there will be no issues. Maybe it's just desyncing. Okay. Another zoomed out. What was I doing? This. Come on. So, I think I'm not understanding part of the instructions. You know, I just threw that box saying I didn't need it. But I want to show you guys how absolutely silly this is. Does it show it on here? Yeah, it does. Okay, so you get a fuck-ass key. And you're supposed to, like, it says to solve and then unlock, and I don't understand this. Because it's like, oh, you hold it over the packaging to reveal stuff. I've never gotten it to reveal anything. I've never seen anything on any of these, so I don't know what... I don't understand. What am I solving? It wasn't me. Whatever, I'll just throw them on the floor. But, like, it's like, you're supposed to, like, hold it and solve, but, like, I've never seen anything come through on here, so I really don't... I don't know what I'm solving for. Also, the fact that these are, like, not real locks, like, you could just twist it and it'll open. Okay. Oh gosh, I probably shouldn't have put the sticky tape on the loose hair that's just sitting on here. It's fine. Everything's fine. Solve for X. Are we surprised? Ivy can't figure out how to solve child's packaging. A doll package. That's what school taught me. I like to get out these little pamphlets because they tell you what's in everything, so I make sure that I got everything out of it, because it tells you what's in each mystery bag. So I make sure I have everything. Which is really funny, because I actually got a double skirt in my last one of these types of packaging that I opened for Claudine. Who is gorgeous, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Throw out this plastic before it gets stuck again. But yeah. It's like, I don't understand what I'm solving for here. Isn't this made for toddlers? The packaging, I mean. You know, I don't know. Hold on. Is there an age on this? 4+. It's made for people who are 4 and up. I'm so good at this. I've seen players get stumped for 3 hours. Piper, just read the book. Don't tell her I said that. I'm just lightly bullying her a little bit. Which, she seems down for Baldur's Gate tomorrow, by the way. If you have interest in watching us continue it, finally. Cute little purse. I was like, where's my camera? What the fuck? There we go. Cute little purse. I think it opens? It looks like it opens. She isn't here to cuss you out for it. Yeah, it does open. It doesn't have very much space in it, but it does open. Cute little purse. I'm actually gonna toss that right there. Okay, so this is like the first part of like the sliding mechanism, which is a whole nother thing that we're gonna get into. And this is for the doll display. You basically just slap it on the packaging right here. Yay, spray bottle. I would make it a redeem, but because of the delay, I think it's better if I control it. And also I get to spray you guys too. Okay, this is the other part of the, like, key thing that you're supposed to use. And then this is supposed to be for, like, because this is supposed to, like, turn into, like, a closet for the doll's clothing, but I just kind of jam everything in there nondescriptly. Okay, we got coat hangers, fucking whatever. We got a cute little, like, cup of tea. Actually, it's kind of, like, falling out. Get back in there. It's actually like a plant. It's more like a plant tea. It's different. It's different than the one Draculaura has. Draculaura's actually looks like a drink. Because there's a Draculaura in the set that I have as well. I'm just gonna toss that in there. For now. Oh, it's one of those, like, honey sticks. For, like, tea, probably. So this is like a tea set thing. Okay. And that looks like everything in that one. Double check. Yeah, that's everything on that one. Okay, and now for the other side. Oh, we've got the, like, big tea. I'm imagining the set is, like, mainly Venus, considering she's, like, the plant monster lady, and it's the Garden Mysteries. But yeah, this is like the tea pot for like the tea set. They all come with like a teacup. Real cute. I was like, there's no way that's the only thing in there. Oh. This is just like a decorative piece that goes on the little like mechanism. What else? There's one more thing in here. It's a single earring. Oh no, wait. 2 earrings. Makes sense. These earrings are pretty cute. Okay. I think that's everything in that one. Yes. Yeah, that's everything. Alright, we got one last one. Last one. And then we can do the doll reveal. This should be her outfit, pretty much. I'm shocked they put all of the outfit in the same one. She's got, like, this long sleeve with, like, thorns on it. Cute shoes. Little, like, vine shoes. Nice, soft, like, velvet skirt. Felt skirt, probably, is more accurate to say. And this looks like maybe another top? Yeah, this looks like a corset top type thing. Okay, and I think that's it, everything? Yeah, that's everything. Okay. Just gonna shove all of this in there for now. So, the thing about these dolls is that it's, like, capped off at the top, and you're supposed to, like, take this key thing that you get out of those bags, and you're supposed to, like, jam it in the bottom and then use it to lift the doll up, which is completely unnecessary, because you could just do this. Like, at any point, I could have just done that and gotten the doll out. So, you know, that's that. But I do want to just, like, jam it in there so I don't lose this little piece. Because it's a strange little piece that has no real purpose outside of this. But yeah, now you have, like, a sliding doll mechanism. Where's the whimsy? This is kind of annoying to store, I'm not gonna lie. I've got, like, 4 dolls that have, like, a big case container like this. It's not very good at holding clothing. It's not very good at holding dolls. It's not very good at displaying dolls. So it's like, you know. This is just a lot of plastic waste. It's what it feels like. That could have gone back into the actual doll budget. When I'm looking at it like that, you know. But let's release Venus. What do I do with my scissors? Thankfully, the actual dolls aren't, like, as strapped in as they normally are. Not a true collector. You say that like I haven't thrown them out. Like, I've kept them. I don't like that I've kept them, but I've kept them. Also, there's, like, a seatbelt thing. I don't know if they expect, like, girls to just be, like, launching these at each other. But I think that's just a me thing. Like, I would have done that when I was younger, but I don't think any of the other girls would have done that with me. And that's the problem. We need more doll launching devices. There we go. I always forget about the stupid little, like, seatbelt thing. Okay. There we go. That was pretty clean. So there usually is, like, 3, what are these called? The little, like, plastic fasteners? It's usually, like, 3 in their head. I got 2 out on the package, so that's pretty good. So that means there's just 1's probably still in here somewhere, so I'll try to find that in a second. I'll pull out the pliers for that. My tools to open dolls. I will say, I really like this one's hair, which is part of the reason I was like, okay, maybe I do need another Venus doll, actually. She's supposedly getting another doll in, like, 2027, so I'm pretty excited for that, too. Her hair kind of feels questionable on what material it is, actually. Oh, I hope that's not poly, but I can't quite tell. If it's poly, it's a really high-quality poly, but it's still poly, so it'll disintegrate in, like, 5 years. But the braids are nice. I don't think the braids come in poly, though, so I'm not 100% sure on braids. But look at how cute she is. They're different color, like, actual braids, micro braids. And this is, like, sculpted. Actually, hang on. I've got the magnifying glass. There we go. Yeah. That's pretty neat. I like that a lot. And her makeup is so cute with the little flowers. Like, hold on. Can I reach her from here is the question. My leg. Okay. Here's Draculaura. She's from the same set. I've got her in the alternate outfit that probably matches the alternate outfit for this one. Her makeup is also really cute. It's got roses, though. But they're from the same set, which is this, like, garden set. I will say I do like this secondary outfits for this set much better than the first set. Draculaura, you can just sit here. Part of the reason I'm concerned that this is the worst type of hair is that this is the worst type of hair. But I've already bought replacement hair, I'm just waiting for it to ship. But it's so bad when they use the cheap hair. Like, if they had not used this giant monster package, if they hadn't put so much budget into that, I feel like they could have used a nicer hair, you know? And that would have saved me the time to fixing it, like I am with this one over here. Just frustrating, that's all. It's like, why are we wasting our budget on fucking this? Okay. I'm gonna put the pliers up for now. Should I put her in her alternate outfit? Or should I just start rerooting? I kinda want to put her in her alternate outfit. It reveals each piece of the launcher for you to build. Ah, build this to yeet her. Maybe? I've never understood the fucking reveal mechanic. I really haven't. I haven't tried to understand it for that much longer, because, you know, you could kind of just rip them out the top like it's nothing. But, you know. Okay, let me move Pink Demon here. From what I can tell, you're like Googling it, you're like, how does this work? What are we revealing here? I will say this is useful for, like, grabbing and opening it. Let's get her cute little earrings on. Doll cannon pull. Yeah. Here, I'll show you. Stellar, since you're just guy here. I'll show you the shit. Ow. It's like, I just want the damn earring. But, like... So you slide this to release the doll from here. So I was like, maybe it's just supposed to be like... And then you just, like, fire them at each other. Oh shit, it's stuck. Oh, I got it. We're good. But I'm gonna go ahead and just put her in her secondary earrings and outfit here. Like Pokemon? Kind of. I don't think they battle. In this set, it looks like they have a tea party, so... There we go. Cute earrings. I was wondering where this corset came from. And now I know. Because I've seen that piece separate from this doll. I do like her leggings. I'm gonna keep her leggings on, because they're quite nice. Although she got full leggings, but Draculaura didn't. Making a great entrance. Okay, so let's see. How does this outfit work? I kinda don't like those shoes, though. Like, I kinda like her regular boots, actually. I think I might just keep her in the regular boots. I think I did the same for Draculaura. I don't think I liked her secondary shoes. Let's do the shirt first. Oh, don't break the hand. Come on. Just come off. You're fine. Trust me. It'll be fine. Got it. It's easier to dress them if you take their hands off. And usually they come with... Sometimes they come with exchangeable hands. So, the hands are definitely supposed to come off, so... Got it. Doll bits Twitch don't look... She's green. There's no detail on them. This is a doll made for 4-year-olds, according to the packaging. I was gonna unbox Slaycation Claudine on stream, but she came a little later than I wanted, and I also was super tired. I think that was the day I might have fallen asleep before I even streamed. There we go. Cute. Should probably try to consciously do stuff right here. This is all very important part of the doll collecting. It's the doll designing, accessorizing. This is like collector. This is what you're supposed to do. Proper collector use. There we go. See, I feel like that outfit's like already a lot cuter. Like the dress isn't bad, but this is just cuter. I did ask Piper. Piper said she wanted to get some DVD in today, so we'll see how she's feeling closer to when I'm doing that. Which I think that's like an hour-ish or so. Like, she's not usually online as early as me since she started her job. Now that she's being debuffed by her job. Come on. There we go. See, like, look how cute she is in this outfit. Well, she'll probably be cuter when she has her hands back. I am really happy. So my infusion was on this hand. You can kind of see the bump there, but, like, I didn't get severe bruising like I normally do. She was kidnapped by auditing. There we go. Okay, fix her earrings. Bam! Look at that outfit, though. Like, I like that better. Adulting. I was like, I don't know what she told you she does for work, but if she said auditing, then I guess that's what she's doing. As much as I know. It's like, okay, where's your elbow joint, girl? What the hell? Okay, come on. I almost said, come on, game. So used to complaining at, like, Dead by Daylight and Rivals and shit. There we go. Look at how cute she is. And she matches Draculaura with their cute little secondary outfit and their little velvet. Cute. That arm just stiff. Actually, yeah, it was. Should I put her little corset back on, you think? Let me see how it looks with that. I feel like she's got a lot of clothing pieces on right now. Oh wait, I don't know, can I even get it on? Come on, Venus. Eh. Come on. Something fell. I don't know what it was. No, I'm gonna leave no on the corset. So much armor. Breathe in, Venus! Ah, fuck. That's a good one. Alright. Gonna kind of just toss all this stuff off to the side and deal with this later, but... Give her her purse. Bam! Garden Mysteries Venus, and it feels like I need to change her hair, which is a huge bummer, actually, but she is very cute. Very cute. Okay. I'm gonna put her up. Just kind of jam all this bullshit back in here. Use the key. Lock it. Fucking fuck-ass key. There we go. I'm just gonna stick her back in the launcher and deal with her after stream. Get in there. Hold this. Okay. Bam. Okay. Next on the list here. When I find a place for my scissors, there we go. Floor's good, I guess. I've got Neon Frights. Neon Frights Draculaura comes in a similar box like that, but I bought her secondhand, so she actually came with all of her accessories, but she didn't come with her little, like, treasure chest box. Which, that one doesn't have a launcher, so that one's even more redundant. Anyway. She's so cute, and I love her outfit and her style. The problem is her hair was so basic, and it was the worst kind of hair. And I was like, why, for a doll called Neon Frights with, like, glow-in-the-dark accessories, would they give them the most basic hair? So let me just really quickly pull up. What am I looking at? Hello, Bloody Psycho. I am redoing the hair on this doll. So let me find it. Yeah, so before, her hair was like just this like black with like one pink streak. It's also the worst quality of hair, so it's gonna disintegrate in like 5 years. So, took all of her hair off, and I've started putting new hair in. You could do that? Yeah, you could just take doll hair off and start putting new doll hair in. Like, hang on. Where is... Okay, hold on. My model's gonna freeze because I'm gonna reach for something. Yeah. Oh shoot, where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay, here we go. So, I've been making a Sadako doll. Just ignore the fact that her hair's super messy. Like, the glue just cured. So, like, I can strap her back to her body and start, like, actually styling it. It's super naughty because this is, like, the hair that they use for, like, wigs. Whereas this is, like, plastic doll hair. But, Sadako! And she's got two expressions. So you can style her to be sassy Sadako with, like, a fashion look. Or you can be, like, evil Sadako who's killing someone. But, yeah, no, I took all of the hair off, like... Do I have one nearby? Yeah. So here's the base that Sadako came from. Pretty much I took this doll and I turned it into something like this, and her body's like off to the side there because I gotta seal the paint on it. It also has like a paint chip on it that I need to fix. But I started with this, and now it looks like Sadako for the most part. Okay. But I was so bored with her, like, all black hair with a single pink stripe, because that's, like, Dracula's classic. It's nothing special. But I found this very cute Lilac Breeze Saran. And look at how pretty it is when it moves. I was like, it matches her lips, and then on the other parts of her hair, I was going to add... where is it? She's got yellow and pink in her eye makeup, so I was going to add those as the accent colors on top, and have alternating black and this nice lilac breeze color. And I think it'll look way more interesting. It'll fit the theme of neon way better. It'll match her outfit way better. Like, even just this much, it looks way more interesting visually. Like, if you pretend her head's all the way on. Like, the back end of purple is way more interesting. So, this is what I was working on. I actually started this last night, so I've made quite a bit of progress, because this takes a while. But, the way you do this is you take sewing needle. Typically, you can buy them oh yeah, you can see that really good. Wow. But it's basically just a sewing needle that's had the top cut off, so it's got two prongs. And kind of like a vaccine or syringe for an injectable medicine, you would do bevel down. So the longer part goes down, and you push it up against it, and then you push it in. So basically, let me grab some hair here. It's a little bit of a mess since, I just did a doll opening on it. But you grab some hair, tie it around like this, make sure the lengths are even at the bottom, and then you'll just scoop it up with this, and then bam, right in there. But this is too much hair. So let me just get an actual usable chunk from that. Basically, if I'm not streaming and you see me watching House according to Discord, it's actually me watching probably YouTube or Twitch while I do this. You learn something new every day. Yeah. Not to worry, we're not going to do this for too long. I just wanted to do some doll stuff. But yeah, just tie a knot. And so now it looks good. And sometimes you get like little bits of hair that aren't like perfectly sealed to the knot. Usually I just ignore them if they're my personal dolls like this one. But like on my Killer Clown Shorty doll that I'm rerooting, I made sure to make sure it was like perfect. Because I absolutely want to trade or sell that one later. So now it's in there, but it's not sealed because I haven't put any glue or anything in it. So I'm just going to pull it out just a little bit. And bam! Here, you can kind of see the holes in the head where the original hair was. This is one of the heads that I actually took all the hair out. Aw, you're so sweet. Okay. What was I doing? So, this is kind of a mess, so let me just, like... I feel like a spider when I play with this hair, because it's just, like, everywhere sometimes. There we go. But I think I should do more art streams. So you guys can do your own art alongside me. And I ramble about doll stuff too. I zoned out. What happened? I'm rooting hair. I explained how to root the hair. One of the things though is if your skin is even just a little bit dry, like I live in a drier climate, sometimes the needle will just like pierce your skin. So I've got like really rough skin right here because that's where I do my actual like staging for the needle. But yeah. I usually let go of the hair and then slowly twist it out. Bam. Then I just give it a little bit of a tug just to pull it out just a bit. My needle's not too long, so I don't have to do that much to pull it out. If I do it too much, it will just pull out the entire thing and I have to start over. Which is obnoxious to deal with. Phobia's live reaction to watching the stream. There we go. So, I saw today on Twitter that there was a new Dead by Daylight teaser that was at Summer Games Festival. It was a fucking teaser for an announcement. It was an announcement that there's another announcement, and I'm like, I'm gonna stop following their news, and I'm just gonna look for things that say something's concretely out. Anything else, I'm not even giving a shit about. Phobia, did you see all the numbers on it? That means math problems. Baldi's Basics confirmed. Dead by Daylight. 10th anniversary. Okay. Gotta remember to, like, do it over here so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Because I think I've done the last two off camera. I would bring the camera out more, but then you guys are just gonna see my Dr. Pepper sweatpants. I usually just, like, set everything on my lap while I grab a new hunk of hair. Because I grab a big hunk from, like, the main pile, and I have just, like, a thin pile that I pull smaller bits off of. Because if you put too big of a piece of hair on the needle, it will break the needle. And one, you have to deal with, potentially there's a needle stuck in your doll's hair. And two, you know, they don't grow on trees, like, you're gonna have to either buy or make more, because you can just buy regular needles and use those, but I like to support the small business that gives me doll hair sometimes, so. There we go. Oh, that's my alarm. Ah! Ah! Okay, we're good. I don't know how I always forget to turn that one off. I should probably just unschedule it, but then I'll sleep. Well, I sleep through it anyway. Quite literally have no reason to have that alarm right now. It's just to surprise me with what time it is. It's the only reason I keep it around anymore. There we go. The first doll that I rerooted was Sadako's head over there. And I learned a lot from that, because I would do too much hair, and I would break the needles, like, constantly. I don't know, so I like sewing, so this is super similar to sewing. Okay, so I actually messed it up there, and I put a lot of the, like, smaller loops towards the actual, like, bump that's going in. It wasn't as seamless. I can just completely unfurl it, and it'll be right back to normal. So thankfully, yeah, that one's got way smaller hair bumps and stuff. Like, there's one little loop right there, but it's not that bad. See, I like it because I get ADHD hyperfixated on it, so I actually stayed up way too late last night doing this because I got, like, in the zone. I also usually have, like, a YouTube video, like, I've been rewatching pretty much all of Markiplier's 3 Scary Games series, like, from the beginning. So that's also keeps something going in my ear, and I can look up and enjoy something if I get too tired or overwhelmed by it. You know. Didn't get very much of this done today. Work was a little needy, but it's okay. You know. Sometimes I can get, like, 1 or 2 done in, like, downtime. But now I'm in chat. What'd you guys make for dinner? What did I have for dinner? Oh, I had Little Caesars. I need to learn how to sew. I want to start making cosplays. Yeah, I have my mom's sewing machine in my like storage closet, but I've never actually used it. I just know how to use like I have a pet chinchilla and I made it some of its linings. Back when we first got them, I just basically was sewing by hand a bunch of fleece linings, and then we bought some off Etsy when I was too busy to make new ones that we needed. But I find it nice and relaxing. I also mend a lot of our clothing. That's a perfect one. Pepper, fish, potatoes, and asparagus. Potatoes, asparagus, bomb. I hate fish. Cannot stand fish. Like, not even gonna lie. I'm not someone who eats anything from the ocean. Like, I have... Sometimes my family, at, like... When all of the big family gets together with, like, grandparents and stuff, they'll make, like, fancy crab legs and steak and stuff. I will have, like, 1 or 2 small pieces of crab, and that'll be, like, my crab quota for the year met. I can't have any more than that. Like, it just icks me out. And I've never had lobster. I've never really had a desire to try lobster either, though. A weirdo who has had very bougie food. I feel like that's a normal dinner for most people. I just don't like fish. I think it might be also tied to the cilantro thing, because I think I just, like, taste really... Sorry, I'm trying to grab this hair and it's getting tangled. Stop. Like, I think I just have really specific taste buds, if that makes sense. Do you know how to cut and style the hair? That's gonna be a learning process. I've cut my own hair for a long time, but that's because I'm cheap and I didn't want to pay to have someone else do it. And I don't really style my own hair. I kind of just, like, brush it and forget about it. So... That'll be a learning process. I figure I can learn and do anything via YouTube, so I've got hairstyle inspiration photos, and I'm just gonna look up the hairstyle and how to do it on YouTube. My childhood friend who also collects dolls with me, she's going to, like, cosmetology school, so, like, I could probably just give her my dolls and be like, listen, because I'm also working on some dolls for her, like, I'm working on some very nice projects for her. But I could probably just, like, give her all of the dolls that I've put new hair into and be like, alright, style it like this, and she could probably do it. Like, obviously it'd be weird because it'd be probably a learning process for her too, because it's a smaller thing. Oops, I did that one off camera. But, like, hang on, my model's gonna freeze, but I want to show this off. Yeah. What'd I do with it? Okay, so I have her Gina Fire doll from her childhood that I have taken the green hair off of, and I'm going to replace it with blue, and I'm going to make her more in line with a Chinese dragon, because she's Chinese dragon-based character, but she's, like, they made her fire-based, and I'm like, that's not really Chinese, because they're all water-based dragons. So I painted her legs to be more golden, like, this foot is her original flesh color, and then I painted it to be more golden, and then I've sealed it already, so it's, like, good to go. Also on her hand. And I'm going to put blue hair on this, and I'm honestly was thinking about just, as soon as I was done with this doll, giving it to her and being like, okay, you do the hairstyle now. I don't want to do the hairstyle. I've seen some really fun designs for it. Yeah, I've actually got my doll from my childhood of her, and I played so gently with my dolls that she's in really good condition. Let me just put that hank of hair up. Oh, she's in the back. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so this is what she looks like originally. Sorry, her hair is kind of falling apart because the elastic has rotted after, like, 10 years. I had 2 Bratz dolls who both lost arms. That's really impressive because their arms don't really, like, they're not designed to come off. I gotta go through and wash all of my Bratz dolls. Those were, like, my baby dolls. And they're in rougher shape than all my Monster Highs, who I was very gentle with. But this is what she looks like normally. Like, her name is Gina Fire. Chinese dragons really aren't known for fire. They're known for water and fortune. But yeah, you can see that her gold is way less vibrant than the gold that I've put on my childhood friend's doll that I'm revamping. And I actually just also did the tail, because she comes with a tail. I actually did the tail last night. This is what I painted last night. And I made it blue. They didn't pose very well, so I tried to get creative. Yeah, no, because I don't have any articulation in the arms. But I painted the tip of her tail to be blue to match the hair. So she's gonna be much shinier and blue and more, like, accurate to what a Chinese dragon is. And I mean, I love Gina Fire, and they've actually brought her back. So, like, this is her Generation 3 design, which uses the same tail sculpt, but different paint, which is really cool. I like that they're reusing it. But, like, this is her new form, and she looks better, but her name is still Gina Fire, because it's, like, Jennifer. And it's still, you know, not a fire dragon, but she's so gorgeous. I can't be mad about her existence. Like, she's gorgeous, but she's not accurate, you know? But I absolutely love this doll. Which, I was kind of mad on her at first. I kind of bought her because she was on sale on Amazon for, like, $13. But she's actually been, like, a standout. She's so pretty. Like, she's got immaculate detailing. And I feel like they need someone better to take their stock images, because her stock images did not look good. But she looks so beautiful. I gave one of them a very unskilled bisexual bob and colored the hair with markers. I was not one of those girls that, like, I've got all my original Barbies, which are super baby dolls, and none of their hair is all fucked up or knotted, none of it's cut. The only time I've ever cut a doll's hair was a Bratz doll that had, like, 2 little twin tails and, like, kind of like this, but, like, much smaller. And then she had big old pigtails, and I was so annoyed by the 2 that I took scissors and I cut them off. Because I was like, this is annoying, and I don't like it. I know I cut my own hair as a kid a lot, and I really am like, every other photo of me as a kid has got me with, like, fucked up bangs, and I'm like, I wonder why my parents weren't like, you know, she keeps cutting her bangs off herself. Why don't we just, like, force her to grow her bangs out? Like, let's change her hairstyle so this stopped happening. That didn't occur to either one of them. So I think bangs just kind of annoy me on a base level. What was I doing again? Oh yeah. I was showing off how inaccurate Gina Fire is to a Chinese dragon. She's a very cool doll. Love her existence. Loved her growing up. She's just not the most accurate, so I'm making a more accurate version of her. That's where that tangent went. Put this back on her. I'm just going to set her on my desk, and I will put her back on my doll shelf later. But yeah. I'm actually really excited about this restyle, because I bought, like, a special, like, Chinese... Hang on. I bought, like, a special Chinese, dress specifically for this doll. And it's not bad quality at all. I do have to, like, tailor it a little, because I think it was made for a doll that's thicker. The Monster High dolls, they're great. They're a little on the anorexic side, at least Generation 1, which is what this doll would be from, is, but... And I also have to make a hole, it looks like, for the tail. I also have to seal the tail, so I'm not ready to put it in anyway, but... Yeah. I also want to do... You know how, like, the Chinese dragons have, like, the wispy bits of, like, mustache or hair? Part of that gold that's going to this Draculora, I bought it specifically, actually, so I could do a chunk here and a chunk there and have it pulled out and styled and gelled, separate from the rest of the hair. Which my goal for that one is, I'm still waiting for the white to come in, but I want it to be blue and then, like, an under thing of white, and have the white go a little bit longer and curl upwards so it looks like a wave going down her back. I'm really excited about him. I'm considering recoloring her eyes to be blue, but I'm like, meh. And her makeup's like a dark purple, so I've got a dark purple shawl that I was going to do golden, like, designs on, and then just try to drape it over her somewhere. You know, it's not... I didn't, like, draw this up and design it. Like, I'm not a professional doll designer or anything, so I can have some ground of winging it. Either way, I think she looks better conceptually than her original. And then I also have Vampire Enid. Really fun thing is if you don't like certain colors in a doll's hair, you can just take out those colors and reroute it with something else. So Enid's doll here was blue and pink on the back, and I just, like, took out just those strands and I put black in because I'm making her a vampire instead of a werewolf. She's the character from Wednesday. And I also darkened her makeup with just a strong tone. Yeah. I'm really proud of how her fangs and how the blood on her face came out. Like, I'm actually really, really proud of her. I have to obviously style the hair because it's just kind of like the stock hair. And I also have to seal her face, but I've been experimenting with sealers, which is why she's not ready. She's been like that for a little bit now. Okay. Back to Draculaura. There it is. I was like, I had a honk of hair that I was working with, and I put it down for my tangent. I wanted to make so many other dolls too, and then they announced that Jack Specific has hired the original designer of the Monster High dolls, Garrett. I think his name starts with an S, I don't remember what it is right now. But they hired him to be their new designer, and immediately after they announced that they hired him, they also announced that they're going to be doing like a House of Horror series. So like Pinhead, Ghostface, Jason, and one other, I think it might be Billy and or / a Saw character. And I'm actually so pumped, because I wanted to make a Pinhead custom, but I might just wait and see how that one turns out, and see if I just can buy like 3 of those. I'm so excited to see how the House of Horror from Jack Specific is gonna look, because Jack Specific do such a wide range of different types of dolls. Like, they do, like, Disney princess baby dolls, they do, like, DC action figure dolls. Like, they do so many different types of dolls, so it's really kind of a toss-up how these are gonna look. And with the lead designer of the original Monster High girls, I'm excited to see what they come up with. Like, is it gonna be in their style of, like, their DC collectible action figure ones? Like, they just came out with a new line of, like, Catwoman and stuff like that. Is it gonna look like that, or is it just gonna be something brand new, like brand new sculpt? If they were smart, they'd just let him do whatever the hell he wants, but, you know. Companies. There we go. I just ordered new needles, because I broke my last needle, because each Monster High girl has, like, a different size needle. So, Generation 3, or Gen 3 dolls, which is what this Draculaura is, they need I believe it's a size 5 needle, whereas Gen 1, like that Genifire, needs like a size 7 needle. So I actually broke my last size 7 needle working on my shorty doll, and so I was waiting for a paycheck in order to order more. And now that more are coming, I'll be able to continue work on my shorty doll, because I really want to get her done and see if I can't trade her with another collector online, but she keeps coming back in stock, so we'll see. She's definitely going to be, like, inherently slightly more valuable, because she's got hair that's not going to disintegrate in the box in 5 years. But... and she's going to have this, like, nice surround hair that's going to last probably forever. Probably as long as the actual doll does. It's all plastic. It'll last longer than me, but won't last forever. Yeah. So I'm kind of having issues. This is my big way to know. I'm kind of having issues scooping this one up with the needle. Low-key, that's how I know I've got slightly too many hairs in this and I need to put it back down and separate it out a bit. Because it should be fairly easy to just, like, wrap around and slap on there. Oop. Piper DM'd me. Let me just make sure. Okay, she said she could hop on for DVD in like an hour, and that was like 45 minutes ago, so probably just like 15-20 more minutes of doll stuff, and then we'll do DVD. There we go. Ugh, I'm obsessed with how this purple looks in the light. Like, if I put it, like, down and push it slightly under my desk under the light, it's, like, this deep reddish color. But then when it's in the light, it's so shiny and purple. I'm, like, obsessed with it. Part of the reason I wanted to reroot her so bad, even though I really liked... Like, I liked the hairstyle her base hair was in, even though it was the worst kind of hair. Part of the reason I wanted to reroot her was because I saw that hair and I was like, oh my gosh, inspired. That would be perfect for her. That purple is gorgeous. Yes. And yeah, no, the doll hyperfixation is running very deep right now. Because I fell out of collecting for a few years, so I had some collecting to catch up on. I'm still not fully caught up on it. I'd say my Grail dolls are probably the Monster High Jack and Sally. They're so expensive online. Sometimes I'll just randomly be like, let me just send them a hella lowball offer just to see if they're desperate enough to take it. No takers. It's like $700 online. I've seen them for $500. And I'm like, I'm just slowly being like, well, if they ever re-release it like they did the Shining Twins, maybe I'll have a shot at it, but... I was supposed to go to sleep, but I find this interesting. Well, I'm glad you find it interesting. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, if anyone wants to watch Toucan play, Bloody Psycho was playing that with his wife last I saw, and it was super cute. I probably won't play that one with Piper on stream because I played it a little bit the one time I tried marijuana, and I was like, this is kind of just like a shitty Lego game. It's not my flavor of game. And if I'm gonna play a Lego game on stream, it's probably gonna be the new Batman game, I'm not even gonna lie. Sorry, I tried it once just to see what it was like. I do live in a state where it's legal. I guess it's not legal everywhere, huh? I forget that. Trying really hard not to break this needles because I only have like 4 left of this one, including this one, and I just placed the needle order for new ones, and I'm like, oh shoot, I guess I should have ordered more of both of them. Oops. Oh well. I do have Cupid's Slaycation Cabin coming in, I want to say Tuesday or Monday, so maybe I'll do a stream where I unbox her and then I keep working on something. We'll see. I don't know, I need to stop planning things for Monday. Monday I get so wiped out, and... So I don't care? Yeah, you're good. No, I do not partake in any of it. I just tried it one time, you know, just to kick it off the bucket list. Like, same, I've tried alcohol before. I didn't not like alcohol, but, you know, just to kick it off the list and see out what it's like. And obviously you can't do that for everything. Don't just try it once for everything. Some things are hella addictive. Like, I've never smoked anything. I took an edible. That's crazy. Loopy? What do you mean loopy? The military does drug tests. Yeah. when I was working for a contract, military-wise, obviously I couldn't try it then. So I was like, well, before this military contract starts, I should try it once. And it'll probably be out of my system if they do decide to drug test me. But it was a contract renewal, so it's like, with like a different company. So it wasn't that big a deal. My parents' place is legal. Very funny. Stellar! How is, the convention that shall not be named? I normally go, but I did not go this year because I just didn't want to. I didn't buy tickets for it. And then my dad was like, oh, you could borrow my 4-day passes, you could borrow my 4-day passes, you could borrow my 4-day passes, like, every single day. And then he got me super fucking sick. And he still went. I was like, oh my god. Thankfully, after I got sick, he stopped asking me, because I think he knew I was gonna say no. I feel like I need to be a little bit closer. Why shall it not be named? Because it's a very specific convention. That's happening in our state. And I don't want to give up too many infos on where I live. You were solo half the time? What happened to all your friends that were pestering you about going? Oh, local area, got it. Yeah, it was like a local convention. It was not a big one. Oh, well that's sweet of B. B's a real sweetie. I feel bad I haven't gotten to play Rivals with you guys recently during the day, but obviously, if my work's busy, my work's busy. I need to go through and actually, like, grind out the PvP event on, like, a day off or something here. They have their own people? Man, you should have told me. I would have gone if you needed someone to go with. Yeah, this is a mess. This would be a good example of a mess. Like, I probably shouldn't put that in the doll's head. I should probably just restart this one. I also didn't want to spend money there. I feel like... Oh! Oh, you subscribed? You're so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Sorry, that caught me off guard. I was not expecting that. Lunafig and these cool cards. Nice. I gotta make... Okay, so... my subscription... My, subscription... Oh, wait, no, hang on. I have this. I have the thing for this, actually. Yee. Thank you. I forgot. I set this up. It's one of those things that I set up when I was setting up a bunch of stuff, and I forgot that I set it up. Oops. Okay. What was I saying? I love her. I got a Lunafig and these cool ID cards. Aw, you're so sweet. I can't believe it. You're so sweet. Yeah. Get in there. What else was I going to talk about? I talked about the Dead by Day. Wolf Among Us 2. It's coming out, baby. That's what they say. They've been saying that for years. It's coming out. There's a new trailer. And Wolf Among Us Remastered's coming out at sometime this year. So I'm probably going to replay it for stream. I'm probably going to play the remastered one for stream. Because I've played it on my own time. And I fucking love Wolf Among Us. And more people need to know about it. And should be excited for the new one. It's so good. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. But the premise is basically the Fable comic series. I think it's called Fables, actually. I don't know. I haven't read the comics, because I've been waiting for the next game to come out for, like, 10-something years. But you play as all of the, like, fairy tale creatures get banished to, like, the human world and are trying to make it in, like, Fabletown, which is, like, a New York adjacent place. And you have to, like, solve a crime and murders as Big B Wolf, which is, like, the big bad wolf. Oh, it's so good. And you team up with, like, Snow White. It's so good. And yet, Elder Scrolls 6ware, I'm gonna be honest, I think they announced it before they even started it. Like, I think that was the company-wide announcement that they were going to start working on it for their internals as well. I honestly am gonna be like, maybe one day my grandkids will get to play Elder Scrolls 6. Wait, didn't 5 end on, like, a good, like, ending note, though? So they wouldn't have to continue it? Oh, 100%. Let's see here. Oh, I also have some blind boxes that I want to buy. Okay, so U2's is making ghost blind boxes. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to shell out for the full set. That's ridiculous. But I'll buy like 2, and then I'll open them live on stream to see what I get. But I'm very excited about those. Especially since it includes Papa Emeritus III, who hasn't gotten any merch in, like, years. Beyond, like, our couple random t-shirts. I'm making really good progress. Like, I started this yesterday. Well, I mean, I balded her the last time I did a doll stream, which is a while ago, but starting actually rooting, I'm making really good progress. Because it's like a sewing project. Like, it takes time. There's so many little tiny holes on it. Like, and then on the actual, like, parting line, which is where the hair parts, you can kind of see it. Yeah, now you can really see it. There's 3, like, rows right there of really close hair. You're supposed to root it, push it to one side, and then root it again and push it to the other side. So, I've got a lot of rooting to do right there. So this is, like, I would say I'm not even halfway done with this. But, you know, labor of love, because she's gonna be so fabulous, and she's gonna look great. And I actually really love the makeup on her. Like, it's so unique for a Draculaura, because she's pretty usually one note, like black and pink. Which, you know, I love it. I eat it up. I buy Draculaura dolls. It's what I do. She's actually so popular that doll Twitter refers to her as the pink demon whenever she gets another doll in another set. Because, like, set after set, she just keeps getting dolls. I'm like, I love collecting me some pink demon. But she normally gets really one-note looks, and I really appreciate this different look that they've taken. Like, they introduced a lot of yellow and, like, a light lilac purple that's, like, never been in her palette before like that. Like, it's just very unique, and I think it deserves more recognition, but of course they put it in, like, a shitty box, and then they also gave it terrible hair. Mattel, why are you like this? You're making me do the work that your fucking doll factory should be doing. Put more energy and effort and money into your dolls. I will say, they're making K-pop Demon Slayer dolls, and I'm excited for them, but I'm also terrified that they're gonna get them off. Like, if I open them up and they have the worst kind of hair, I'm gonna be really upset and really disappointed, because, like, this should be a cash cow that you could dump all your money into safely. Like, you're gonna sell 1 billion of these dolls, at least make them something worth owning. I don't know. Maybe this is why I'm not the CEO of a company, is because I'm not cutthroating doll budgets. But then you'd have to get a new hobby. Well, that's the thing, is that, oh shoot. Okay, so what I did there was I put it in, and then when I did the pull-out, I pulled it out too much. And it just came out, so now I have to redo that one. Dang it. The thing is, I could reroot dolls that have old hair. Like, I'll never be short of a hobby. Like, I've already got, like, 3 bald heads sitting around waiting to be fixed. Because another little fun fact about Mattel and their cost-cutting measures, those Generation 1 dolls like Gina Fire, her hair looked kind of greasy. It's because they used this really mass-produced glue that didn't mix properly in the factory, and they didn't give it time to set properly. So, like, the ratios were off. And so occasionally, most of the time, I should say, actually, those dolls will get something called glue head, which is where the glue seeps out of the hair and into the hair. So it makes the scalp yellow, and it makes the hair sticky and greasy. It's disgusting. And there's like one specific type of like UK cleaner that really cleans it up. And I just, like, my childhood friend who gave me her dolls, she gave me a really nice Frankie and Draculaura, like, first release. Really rare thing. Hair was trash because of that glue. Like, I could not wash it out and save it, so I had to remove it. And I'm gonna redo it with nicer hair anyway, so. Seepage is usually a bad thing. Yeah, like, glue seepage was bad. It's bad. It's so gross. Like, even on that Gina Fire doll, because I still have to go through and wash some of my dolls of the glue head. You know, it's nasty, it's sticky, it makes the heads yellow, and you have to, like, de-yellow them, which is a whole process. So in general, you say the dolls are manufactured for children or for collectors? For children. Even their collector series, like, my Shorty Clown has got, like, poly hair, which is the worst and cheapest kind of hair that's made for, like, children. Like, I have a random... Because you can buy, like, doll lots of, like, mass amounts of people's old dolls for customizing purposes, which I've done before. Yeah. Hang on, she's in a pile. Poly hair is awful. This is unsalvageable. Like, obviously, she was in a doll lot, so she's probably just for parts. But it's because she's got marker on her face from whatever child owned her last. But, like, look at her hair. It's stuck like that. I'm holding it upside down, and it's stuck like that. That's terrible. And I just got, from a different lot, one that's, like, perfect condition. This is what she looked like. So I don't know if I'd even say these are made for children, because, like, look at how bad that is. Not even my Brat or my Barbies have cheap hair that does this. And those were from, like, early 2000s, 2010-ish. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Obviously, I'm going to try to keep this one nice as an example for as long as I can. And I ordered nylon, which is kind of similar to this type of hair that I'm already rerooting, to put on a different Dracula doll. I have lots of pink demon dolls. We've established this from my tier list of Monster High dolls. I really like this damn pink demon. But, like, I don't know if I'd classify this as made for a child. Like, this is not made for a child. My old Brats that have, like, their hair still in, like, mostly usable, fixable condition, those were made for a child. Because a big part of dolls is, for kids anyway, is hair play. That's why you don't have a whole lot of dolls that come with, like, bobs and stuff, even though they kind of eat. It's because they want to play with the hair and, like, do the hair. You can't do this one's hair. This is ridiculous. Like, this is one that if I ever wanted to fix it, which I do not know how to get that Sharpie off the face. I've tried, so this is just what it looks like now. Yeah. It's actually just a shame. Hard to say. I feel like Mattel is just making dolls for people to spend money on, not really for kids or collectors at this point. And this is like the budget non-articulated doll too, so like they don't have any knee articulation and their leg articulation's really like weak and are really strong and tough to do. But like, sorry, I'm throwing stuff around now. But like this Draculaura doll has saran hair already like rooted in, and it's so much nicer. It's kind of a mess because she's been sitting to the left of my desk, not doing much. Ooh, excuse me, hiccups. So it's kind of a mess, like it's tangly, but I could brush this, you know. Tracks for Mattel. I know, I really like her. This is her, like, 1600 birthday one, where she's got, like, gloves and stuff, and it's, like, actually the hand is black, and this is, like, a hand piece that you can take off. No, I kind of love this doll, and she comes with, not the worst kind of hair, but, you know. She came with a bunch of other accessories, but I took them off because originally I was going to customize this one, and then I fell in love with her. So, I'm like, I can't do it now. I don't have the heart to. Okay. Yeah. And then, of course, there's Shorty's hair, which I cut off last stream, this is the same material as that one doll. And that's a collector doll. Shorty was $70, and this is what she came with. That's ridiculous. And everyone was like, oh, well, it's gotta be poly, so she can have this, like, teased bit at the top. And that's a piece that comes off. That's not even her hair. It's so frustrating, actually. Like, yeah. There we go. Like, this piece right here is, like, teased upwards. This is a piece that comes off of her pigtails. She did not need poly hair at all. It's part of the reason I'm rerooting her. And I'm also rerooting her very carefully, because I want her to be a genuine collector item, and not a pretend Mattel collector item. I don't know. I keep seeing some doll collectors refer to Mattel dolls as, with their old slogan, which is, you can tell it's Mattel, but in, like, a negative way, and I think that's genius. It's kind of like calling Microsoft Microslop. You can't tease the hair that isn't poly. Yeah, that's why everyone was like, oh yeah, I'm just assuming that the reason they're using poly on this doll is because they have that teased bit at the top. Not the case at all. Not the case at all. It's totally a different, like, it's completely a different one. It's absolutely infuriating. I was so angry. I was like, are you kidding me? So there was no reason for this doll to have hair that's going to disintegrate in, like, you know, 5 years. Especially if it's a collector doll like that. Like, you typically would leave them in the box. I think we're about here to Piper, so I just want to show off one thing. For collector dolls... Yeah. My model's gonna freeze, sorry. Like, you're gonna want to keep them bitches in the packaging. This is Chucky and Tiffany. Hang on, let me move the magnifying glass so we can actually see it. Like, I'm not taking Chucky or Tiffany out of the box anytime soon. Like, that's just not a plan that I have. Like, I probably could, if I really wanted to, take them out of the box, but I just don't. I feel like it's not necessary. If these ones had poly hair, this hair would be disintegrated within 5 years. No, not Chuckina! Stop! Don't call her that! Is the media worth getting into? Is it fun mostly just in the dolls? So, the new show that they're doing, which is like Battle of the Bands, is like... I've seen some collectors say, oh, they're bastardizing the characters and stuff like that, and it's like, guys, these were dolls first. Like, the character part came after. So, yeah. It's not safe, keep them in there. That's a good one. But, I don't know. I really don't know who Mattel is making dolls for anymore. Because it's not for kids, and it's very clearly not for collectors, so... I don't know. That being said, it looks like Piper's DMing me, so we might be switching over to Dead by Daylight here. Yeah. I've got to do some setup for that, because I gotta unset up all of this in real life stuff that I was doing. So, we're gonna go to BRB. Can I join? Probably. I think Piper wanted to do Killer, though, so we might do some Killer games. Yeah, when you get home. We'll see. I'll probably do Survivor at some point tonight. I need to practice. I'm terrible at it. Okay, I'm gonna go BRB and put all this stuff up, put my web camera back where it needs to be, and I will see you guys for Dead by Daylight.